Namaste students, welcome to RSV Group of Schools YouTube channel. I am Umesh Bharadwaj, your science teacher, and I have brought this video of light reflection and refraction part 9. In this video, we will learn the laws of refraction. In my previous video, you have learned what is refraction, what are the effects of refraction and refraction through glass slab. Now, as we discussed laws of reflection earlier, similarly there are laws of refraction of light. So what these laws are? There are two laws of refraction. There are two laws of refraction. First law is that the incident ray, refracted ray and the normal, the incident ray, refracted ray and the normal, and the point of incidence, on the interface means boundary, on the interface separating two transparent media all lie on the same plane. All lie on the same plane. The incident ray PQ, the refracted ray QR, and the normal and index, and the point of incidence Q on the interface AB, separating a pair of transparent medium, that is air from glass, all lie in the same plane. Means what lie in the same plane? Incident ray, refracted ray and normal. They all lie in the same plane. This is law first of refraction. This is more or less similar in language to the law of reflection. So don't get confused. Here we are using refraction, not reflection. Now what is the second law of refraction? According to second law of refraction, the ratio of values of sine of angle of incidence, that is sin I, to the value of sine of angle of refraction, that is sin R, is always constant. Is always constant for a light of given color, and a given pair of medium. Once again I repeat, you can simply understand it, sin I upon sin R. Sin, you know students, it is trigonometry terms, sin, cot, sec, these are trigonometry terms. Sin I upon sin R is constant. And for what it is constant? It is constant for a light of given color. Means for different colors this is different, but it is constant for a light of given color and for a given pair of medium. Pair of medium means air, glass, glass diamond, diamond water, water air, water glass. So these are pair of medium. Light can only cross a transparent medium, so these all are the examples of transparent medium. And the ratio of sin I and sin R is constant. This constant is called refractive index. This constant is called refractive index of the medium. The ratio of sin I and sin R will be a constant value, and this constant is called the refractive index of the medium. What is refractive index actually? It is the light bending ability of the medium that we will discuss soon in detail. Just now, what this law is, that the ratio of sin I and sin R is constant. This relationship between angle of incidence and angle of refraction was established by scientist Wilbrod Snell. So this law is also called Snell's law of refraction. We call it Snell's law of refraction. This law is called Snell's law of refraction. So if you are asked to write the statement of Snell's law, you have to write this law of refraction. According to Snell's law of refraction, the ratio of sin I and sin R is always constant for a light of given color and for a given pair of medium. And this constant is called the refractive index of the medium. Now what is refractive index? Refractive index is the light bending ability of the medium. Right? This is the light bending ability of the medium. Now we will talk about the refractive index in detail. Refractive index is the ability of medium, of a transparent medium rather I would say, of a transparent medium to bend a ray of light passing through it. This ability differs from medium to medium because there are so many transparent mediums like air, glass, water, diamond, various types of gemstones. They all are transparent through which light can pass. But the density of different media differs. So the speed of light in these media also differs. So the extent to which the light may bend when it enters from one medium to another is also referred to us as optical density. So optical density and refractive index are also related to each other. If the refractive index of a medium is higher, its optical density is also high and the speed of light through that medium would be slower. Once again, I have correlated three things: refractive index, optical density and speed of light. So what I am saying that if the medium has high optical density, its refractive index would also be higher and the speed of light passing through that medium would be lesser, would be slower. On the other hand, if the medium has low refractive index, its optical density is also low and hence the light would travel fast through that medium. So refractive index is the ability of the medium to bend the light passing through it. There are two types of refractive index. First is absolute refractive index. This is called absolute refractive index. Refractive index is denoted by letter N, which is called nu. It is called nu. And it is the ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in given medium. The speed of light in air to the speed of light in given medium. This is called the absolute refractive index. Means absolute refractive index is calculated by comparing the speed of light in that medium with that of the speed of light in air. So obviously students, the light travels fastest in air or vacuum. The speed of light in air or vacuum is represented by c. The velocity of light in air is represented by c and we take the formula c upon Vm, means velocity of light in given transparent medium. It may be any medium other than air. It may be glass, diamond, water, oil, any gemstone. This is c value is fixed, that is 3 into 10⁸ meter per second. The light travels fastest in air with this speed 3 into 10⁸ meter per second. Now to calculate the absolute refractive index, you just need to put the value of the speed of light in that transparent medium. For example, if we are talking about glass and if the light passes from air to glass, then in place of Vm we can write Vg. So this is the refractive index of glass with respect to air. It is called absolute refractive index. You can also write G here, means you are calculating refractive index of glass. Ng, refractive index of glass, means absolute. So 3 into 10 raised to 8, and the velocity of light in glass is 2 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Okay, this is the sample data. So these are actual values. Actually, the speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 raised to 8, and that in air is 3 into 10 raised to 8. So these two units will cancel out. 10 raised to power 8, 10 raised to power 8 will also be cancelled out. 3 upon 2. What we are left with? 3 upon 2. This 3 upon 2 will give you 1.5. And no unit. It has no unit. No unit. Why it has no unit? Because units have been cancelled out. When numerator and denominator are representing the same quantities. How same? This is also the speed. This is also speed. Speed have same units, so they will cancel out. Hence, their ratio will be having no unit. Hence, refractive index is a unitless quantity. Now, what does this value 1.5 signifies? What does this value 1.5 signifies? Means what is meant by saying that the refractive index of glass is 1.5? What a student can understand from this data? It means that on entering from air to glass, the speed of light has been decreased to 1.5 times. On entering from air to glass, the speed of light has been decreased to 1.5 times. How? If you multiply the speed of light in glass, that is 2 into 10 raised to 8 with 1.5, you will get this value. It means this value 2 into 10 raised to 8 is 1.5 times less than this value 3 into 10 raised to 8. This is the meaning. So by this we have understood that to what extent the medium has slowed down the speed of light. Because the main cause of refraction is decrease or increase, that is change in the speed of light when it enters obliquely from one transparent medium to another. This is called absolute refractive index. Now next refractive index is relative. Next refractive index is relative. So what is the meaning of relative refractive index, that we will discuss now. This is called relative refractive index. Relative refractive index is also represented by this n-shaped sign called nu, and it is the ratio of velocity of light, or you can write speed of light, there is no problem, in medium 1 to the velocity of light in medium 2. But none of these media is air or vacuum. Because if any of these medium will be air or vacuum, then that would be called absolute refractive index. In relative refractive index, there is no air or vacuum. Remember, no air or vacuum. Medium 1, medium 2 can be any transparent media, but no air or vacuum. This is the important thing that differentiates absolute and relative refractive index. So, if we are considering glass and water, then we can make the formula like this: refractive index of glass with respect to water. So, refractive index of glass with respect to water. So, you can write water here. You are calculating refractive index of glass with respect to water. So water will come here, glass will come here, and it will simply help you in making the ratio, and its ratio will be made like this: velocity of light in water, that is Vw, upon velocity of light in glass, that is Vg. If you take any other pair of transparent medium like glass and diamond, or diamond and water, so we can also make like this. Suppose glass and diamond. So you are calculating the refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. So diamond will come here, D for diamond, and glass G. So the ratio will be Vg upon Vd. refractive index of diamond with respect to glass is equal to the ratio of speed of light in glass to the speed of light in diamond. So these ratios where we are not involving air or vacuum are called relative refractive index. Understood? Now we will talk about principle of reversibility. What is the principle of reversibility? Let's see. Refractive index of first medium with respect to second and 1, 2 is equal to the reciprocal of the refractive index of second medium with respect to first one. You can also write like this: refractive index of first medium with respect to second is equal to the reciprocal of the refractive index of second medium with respect to first one. This is called principle of reversibility. Either you can use these numbers 1 and 2 to denote these media, or you can use first letter of the name of those medium. For example, if we are talking about glass and water, then you can also write like this: refractive index of glass with respect to water is equal to the reciprocal of the refractive index of water with respect to glass. Or it can also be written as GW is equal to 1 upon N WG. This is what we call principle of reversibility. Here for this glass slab, we can simply make the formula like the refractive index of glass with respect to air is equal to the 1 upon N AG in the similar way. Because what is happening at the interface AB, its equal and opposite thing is happening at the interface CD of a glass slab. How? Here you can see the light ray speed is fast, then slow, and then fast. So its equal and opposite is happening. Angle I, angle E are equal, angle R1 and R2 are also equal. So if we divide this glass slab into two halves, then whatever is happening at the first half, its equal and opposite phenomenon is happening at the second half. So this is what we call principle of reversibility, that we can express through these formulae. So in this video we have learned about the laws of refraction and the types of refractive indices in detail. Thank you.